Hello everyone. It's wonderful to be here with you today and be part of the renewed Garma celebrations after 2 years apart. I acknowledge the Yungal traditional owners of the land on which we meet today and pay my respects to their elders past and present. I extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. I recognise and respect the significance of cultural connection and the heritage of Aboriginal people who have traditional ownership, custodial responsibilities and continuing deep connection to the land, waters on which our operations are hosted. It's great to see the significant commitment to Garma, and the huge congratulations and thank you for enabling this opportunity must go to the Yothu Yindi Foundation. I met with Denise, the CEO, several times over the past 2 years, and her resilience and ability to remain positive should be recognised by us all. Due to her drive and passion, we're all here today to experience another unique Garma, with the Prime Minister, the Honourable Anthony Albanese, federal and state ministers and members of the opposition in attendance. And we congratulate the Prime Minister on his powerful speech today and welcome the growing momentum into the reconciliation journey. As one of the largest employers of Indigenous Australians and as a company that operates on Indigenous lands, Rio Tinto has long supported constitutional recognition for Indigenous Australians, having backed the Recognise campaign and through the Uluru Statement from the Heart to where we stand today. As a company, there's been times throughout history where we have failed Indigenous Australians and defining moments that have compelled us to evolve our approach. For Rio Tinto, this means fostering a truth-telling process across our operations, giving our large workforce greater insight, perspective and understanding of the need for reconciliation and for Indigenous Australians to have their voice that they deserve. I also want to acknowledge Professor Peter Yu, Chair of our Rio Tinto Australian Advisory Group, who is here this weekend. I'm humbled and deeply grateful to join Jawa and Klaus on stage today and for the privilege to speak to you. I'd like to acknowledge both their support and their partnership, which extends beyond Gove to our broader business, with Jawa also a member of our Australian Advisory Group, which was established to provide guidance on current and emerging issues and better manage policies and positions that are important to both Australian communities and our broader business. And for Klaus, for his ongoing leadership and friendship as we grow together. The Australian Advisory Group met recently in Weipa, and it's clear there is so much that we can achieve as a company with their support and guidance. Since my appointment as Chief Executive Australia 18 months ago, I've spent a lot of time engaging with our stakeholders right across Australia as part of the reset of our business following the tragic events of Juukan Gorge in May 2020. This has involved a lot of listening and hearing firsthand what our stakeholders were and thinking, and some of them are here at Garma. Employees, traditional owners, Indigenous leaders, governments, investors, partners, suppliers and other stakeholders. Not just our supporters, but some of our most vocal detractors. While many of these conversations have been confronting, they have been invaluable to recharting our engagement in Australia and how we work together. The journey has begun, but we still have a long way to go to rebuilding relationships and, importantly, earning back trust. We've been mining in this region for the past 10 years and our predecessors for more than 40, and we recognise the responsibility we have to this region and the community. I'd like to acknowledge the Rio Tinto Gove operations team and many in the community who have been working for months on top of their usual roles to support Garma. In a few more years, our mining journey will come to an end. But that's not the end of the story. Far from it. As we move closer to closure and the start of a new and exciting phase, I reflect, like Klaus, on our relationship that has developed and deepened over the years. It is now a true partnership, built on respect and listening with the intent to understand. I was asked at a conference earlier this week to share a moment I'm most proud of, and I shared the pride I have in the journey we've been on with Gamach and Rikatingu at Gove. Closure here is $1 billion investment, which we must get right, and it brings a multitude of economic development opportunities which Jawa and the Gamach, along with Rikatingu, have been clear in the vision. The Yungul, in particular the Gamach clan, are trailblazers, entrepreneurs and innovators, as you've just heard from Klaus. They take risks, they push the limits, and they challenge the status quo. They are admired, and many want to replicate what they're doing, both now and into the future. This is why it's important we share their success and the ways of working with Rio Tinto at other assets, particularly in the Pilbara. I again extend my congratulations to them on the successful launch of another NASA space rocket and the continued success of Gulkula mining. If pitching to NASA and helping to launch rockets into space off your own country isn't visionary, I don't know what is. And it's not me who thinks so. When our Chief Executive Jakob started in his role, one of the first operations he visited was Gove to meet with traditional owners. He met with Klaus, Jawa and the Gamach to discuss their ideas and plans for the future and how the mine will be left, their shared vision for the town and the region, and most importantly, how the economy will continue to be diversified. Closure is a critical part of the mining journey. The collaboration over many years here in Gove has been remarkable. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the local Department of Chief Minister and Cabinet, the traditional owners, the Northern Land Council, the National Indigenous Australians Agency, and Developing East Arnhem Land, who have and continue to play a vital role in the successful transition from mining to the new economy and future of North East Arnhem Land. Their ability to work together and showcase what this region is, which is open for business and anything is possible, is demonstrated through many successful projects and opportunities that are underway. Critical to success is also to continue to develop the best foundations for future generations. This is an important goal between all the key stakeholders in the region. Feedback we've received says it starts with education and the strong foundations of culturally appropriate learning. It is through this approach to education we're able to support a thriving and prosperous community now and into the future. Currently, the children from Dukma Baka are learning in a temporary facility. So to ensure that they have the best opportunity to learn, Rio Tinto has committed $4 million towards building a new and permanent purpose-built spaces for them. The buildings will be purposed as community centre and cyclone shelter, but what Rio Tinto is most excited about is the ongoing cultural learning that we can help to facilitate. We're just so honoured to be part of this education partnership that the community is leading. So my sincerest thanks again to Jawa and to Klaus for this opportunity to speak at Garma. I'm looking forward to continuing the work in this partnership because with them we'll have many years to come. Thank you.